So Scott, obviously a big moment in the game was the too many men penalty there. You guys have the 5-on-4. We asked Gabe if he noticed it. He said he sort of thought it was odd that they had a guy on someone so quickly. You see that obviously from the bench, right? Ended up being a very big moment.
That one wasn't even close. Obviously, all their guys were down in tight in their end. It wasn't like a guy just jumped on and jumped off back on the bench. So I think that was a pretty easy one for the refs.
First couple power plays you guys had, you saw that aggression that you talked about this morning from Nashville. Obviously having 5-on-3 changes a lot, but did you guys maybe make some adjustments on both the 5-on-3 and then to score again on the 5-on-4?
I think you're always doing that in game. Even after our first one, you're trying to find that hole. You're trying to find that one lane that they're going to maybe leave open because of their pressure. But that's the number one PK in the league, and you see why they do come and at you hard, and they're in unison. We did have some good looks actually in the other power plays even before the third period. So there were some opportunities there, but at the end of the day, just like the way our group doesn't get rattled. Just kind of stay in it, wait for their opportunities, and obviously took advantage of the 5-on-3, which was big.
So Gabe Vilardi makes it look so easy, kind of standing where he does and scoring, pretty much from the doorstep. But that's not easy. If it was, everybody would do that. That's just another example tonight of just what an asset he is, kind of in that spot, right?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about KC and Scheif, and I keep reminding everybody there's a third guy on that line, and whether that's 5-on-5 or in the power play, he's a big body guy that has some great hands on him, and he doesn't stray too far away from that net, and doesn't need much time, and it doesn't take much. They just get it close to his blade, and he's going to usually get a shot off.
We talk a lot about the prolific goal scorers on your team. We don't talk about Dylan DeMello necessarily, but when he gets that goal, you can kind of see the bench lights up. The guys in the room were talking about just what that no doubt injects some energy and excitement, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was the guy scoring last year. He had a bunch there. So, that was great for him to come in that weak side. Great play by Barron to find him. We've talked about all year getting different people chipping in and helping offensively, and we saw that got rewarded tonight on it. There's a few other times where some of our other lines had some real good looks that we didn't get to put away. But that's great when your defense can be a part of that offense. That's big.
Sorry, did you talk yet about Scheif getting the stick? Okay, just when you see your star players doing those kind of hustle plays that immediately turn things around, you can see the correlation between busting your butt to get that puck back and it turning into a goal. What does it mean to get that out of the very best players on your team?
Well, we've talked about the buy-in from everybody. It isn't just your checkers. It has to be everybody, and I saw it tonight. I saw all four lines, guys pouring back. We knew they had a good transition game. They had a good rush game. We knew that their defense were going to be Shea and Yossi, and their D were always going to be coming. There was a bunch of times. I think there was 3 examples in the second period where we tracked back and we picked it off before our blue line. That's all stuff that second effort. And we talk about defending. Defending isn't just in our end of the rink; it's in all 3 zones. And when we're on, we make it hard for other teams to get their games going, and it can be frustrating for the opposition. And that's what we try to do.
So I'm glad you said that. I'll try this question again. I asked Gabe about kind of the frustration that you create in other teams. I'm sure there's a point tonight where you guys aren't getting the power play responses that you want until the end of the game. But I don't remember seeing the body language of your team or in their play or falling out of their structure. I don't remember seeing the frustration kind of take over your team or them like kind of indulge in it and go in the wrong direction. What's kept this team from being that team that doesn't?
We've never been that way. We've always been about 60-minute games or 65. It has to go that long, but it's a mindset that you just stick with what we're doing. They believe in how we play. They believe in our structure and our systems. They know that if we do it correctly and if we do it together as a team, that chances will come, the momentum will build, the opposition will bend and break, hopefully, and that's kind of what we saw tonight. I thought the first period was back and forth. I thought that both teams, they were really doing a good job of staying above us. They weren't letting us have a rush game. They weren't going to open it up, and we just stuck with it. They made a mistake, and we jumped on it and got the DeMello goal, and then obviously they made some mistakes in the third on the penalties, and that's just our group. Our group doesn't get too fazed by things, and they stay in the moment.
I remember when Montreal came here, one of their reporters asked you about Connor Hellebuck, and the question was something along the lines of, do you guys rely on him too much? I remember your response was, you're not giving the team credit for what they do for him. And we were just talking with him, and he talked about the predictability factor that he has a real good understanding of where the shots are going to come from. And I wondered if you could just like color in for the layman what it looks like, what we're seeing your team do that makes Connor Hellebuck, despite the fact he has a volume of shots, that makes his job easier and more predictable.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to really deny a team that wants to shoot the puck every time it gets on their stick. If it's from the corners, if it's from the walls, what we talk about, and you hear me say it often, is the guts of the ice. If Helly knows that the guts of the ice are being protected, he can handle all the other stuff. And there's going to be breakdowns. There's going to be a 2-on-1. There's going to be things where he has to step up and make those big saves. And obviously he does. But we really, really try to limit how much gets the high danger, the high quality stuff that comes at him. And that's the guts of the ice. And I think that that's been our motto over the last few years, is that we don't let teams get in there. We don't let them get quality in there. And if the stuff's coming, it's coming from the flanks.
Just a quick housekeeping one, Scott. Mason Appleton, sick or injury? Or?
No, he's week to week. He got banged up there, so he got banged up a couple games ago. Played last game. It got a little bit worse, so he's week to week now.
Okay. And I know Billy didn't skate this morning, but he was out there in the warm-up. Like, is there any? Would he have been a healthy scratch, or is he one of the guys that?
Yeah, no, he's good. He's fine. I just part of that getting cogs in, and yeah, it just like I said, I'm gonna try to get these guys all in because of the fact that every time we just look like we're getting healthy, somebody goes down. So it's just cogs needed to play. Got to get him. I thought he played really well tonight too. So just kind of getting everybody in there.
Did you ask him about Cox, the game? Like, what'd your take on?
I liked a lot of what he did. Yeah. You know, obviously had to come in and play the left side. He has played there before. He's had experience there, and liked a lot of what he did. I think that he kept it simple first and foremost, and that kind of led to a solid game. Thank you. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you.